What I'm going to show you now is, what I love about the whole hotspot and the Internet of Things, and is the transparency of everything. All the hotspots are on a blockchain, are on the Helium blockchain, so you can go and look at everyone, any hotspot around the world, and look at what that thing is earning. And our hotspots, and we've done a complete analysis against our hotspots and the others. And I have to tell you that our strategy is working, right? Our hotspots are making a lot more helium because of what we're doing. This happens to be our CEO's hotspot in Vero Beach, Florida. And he was the very first one, just like I was the very first one in my town. And as of the 12th, and I'll update these numbers, but as of the 12th, the last 30 days, he had earned 124 helium. And I put this as a way of, gauging it, 15 bucks, right? It's been higher and lower. That's $1,860 for 30 days of having that thing sit on your windowsill and doing nothing. To date, from the July the 12th, he's earned 1,217, over 18 grand, right? Now you're talking some serious money there. If you were the person that referred, that whole thing, and talked to Rick about hosting one of these, you would in fact have earned, and I got to fix this, double that. It wouldn't have been 1,800; it'd been 3,600 because we've doubled the commission, and I'll show you that in a second. And I'm sure nobody has a problem with doubling commission. Um, you know, I it's great to own one machine or a couple of machines and earn helium, but it's even better to earn a small percentage, 5, 10, or 15% off of hundreds and perhaps even thousands of hotspots as we grow this around the world. And that is absolutely positively possible right now. What I want to show you is a very simple plan. It's our affiliate referral plan, and it's how you can create a six-figure income by just referring 35 people, just 35 people. You use our software to find out whether or not their location will qualify for a free deployment at their location. So number one, it doesn't cost them any money. So that takes out that obstacle, right? So uh, we basically are, you get paid more money the more people you refer. I know some people could refer 26 people and find 26 people in a month. Some could do it in a week, right? Others would take longer. But, refer 5 people, you earn 20%. If each one of those machines if each one of those machines earned 100 helium a month, pretty average, 100 helium a month, then your five would earn 500 helium in a month. They'd earn 6,000 in a year. So this is monthly and this is annually. You get paid more money as you move up. So your referrals in your bronze team are 25%. So again, you would earn that much, right? 1,000 and 12,000. So you'd earn 3,000, and you kind of get the idea of what's going on. You just continue to earn more money. When you get to gold, I put 10 people in there, but you can refer infinitely wide. You can refer and refer and refer, and there's some people that have referred hundreds of people already. But if you just did this, you'd earn 12,000 helium. 12,000 helium times the value. I put $20 in here because it's been higher than $20 and it's going back past $20 shortly. That's 240 grand. I mean, that's crazy money for referring 35 people that have to pay nothing, pay no monthly fees, and earn cryptocurrency for just hosting that hotspot in their home or business. So Here's what the experts say. The experts say that helium will be $52 by year end. By next Christmas, it'll be $252. That'll be quite a Christmas. That'll be a great Christmas. By December 2025, over $600. And that will be a fantastic Christmas, right? You know, if these predictions are anywhere close to true, then we're going to create some very, very happy and some very, very wealthy people.
Everybody to realize that this was no small undertaking. As Chuck mentioned, these guys at Helium, they started working on this project back in 2013. And that's when they really did a very deep analysis of what was going on in the world of the Internet of Things. We talk about it with the numbers that Chuck shared, you know, 800 billion going to 2.4 trillion. But even back then, they saw that this thing was growing like crazy. And the biggest challenge that they saw in the industry was there just was not a simple way to connect these IoT devices to get their data to the internet. I mean, that's the rub. You know, Chuck, you were talking early on about interfacing with this one guy, asking him if he knew anything about IoT. And he said, oh yeah, I own a vending machine company and all my vending machines are connected to the internet and place their own order to fulfill the restocking of the vending machine. So the person just looks at their iPad and they know what to take to everybody. Well, that was a real eye opener for me because it gave me a sense of a practical real world application. I think prior to that, this whole idea of IoT devices and what they actually do and the kinds of things that they help to provide convenience and better applications for was a little bit sort of untangible. And that really kind of brought it home to me. But when these guys did their deep dive, they recognized that the biggest challenge in the whole thing was how you're going to get that data to the internet. Just like that guy with his vending machines, he had to find a way to connect those vending machines to the internet. I'm not sure how he did it. I suspect he did it through a cellular data plan, which meant that every one of those vending machines had to be connected to a cell system, and paying a separate data plan for it is expensive. It was kind of difficult to probably connect. But the guys over at Helium saw that big companies, or a lot of companies that had a lot of IoT, were having to recreate the wheel with each project, setting up new infrastructure for it. So this idea that they came up with was really kind of like, when you think about it, almost, audacious. They, back in 2013, decided that they were going to build a worldwide wireless system specifically for these IoT devices to get their data to the internet. And they decided to do it with the protocol that had been arising within the IoT manufacturers, what they call LoRa radio. We talk a little bit about that. Some people want a little bit more information on it. Well, LoRa just stands for long range. They also call it long-fi. It's about 200 times farther reaching than Wi-Fi. And it does it with a radio frequency, a biologically safe frequency, just above FM radio. And the way it works is these IoT devices have a transmitter that first encrypts their IoT data, and then it transmits it over this LoRa radio signal. And then something called a gateway, a LoRa gateway, picks it up, and that gateway is connected to the internet, right? And it passes that encrypted data to the internet, and that's how the data gets there. Well, what they decided to do was build a worldwide peer-to-peer network to allow this to happen. But what does that mean, peer-to-peer? It means that any one of us can increase the size of the network by getting one of these Helium Hotspot devices and putting it onto the network and adding additional coverage. And as we do this around the world, over the next 3 to 5 years, we'll provide coverage for every city on the planet. That's really the strategy. And then for the next 45 years or so, all of us will be able to participate in generating the residual helium that's created for this whole project to incentivize us for doing this. So in any case, that's the concept. But I want to give people an idea how powerful this whole ecosystem is on it. So you got all these IoT devices. They need to get their data to the internet. They do it by us getting one of these devices. We connect it to our internet. It uses very little of our bandwidth on our internet system. These devices are very secure, they're very private, so we don't have to worry about it affecting anything going on our own internet connection. And then the devices pass that data onto the internet. Now, that's where the people that need that data can pull that data down and use it. And all that's well and good, but here's the beauty of the whole project is that they incentivize us to do it, like Chuck said, by creating their own blockchain and Helium cryptocurrency token that generates these tokens. That's something called proof of coverage that pays us to add a node into this peer-to-peer network. And then these guys that are pulling down the data, they have to buy Helium and convert it into data credits to do it. And this creates a very stable ecosystem of production and consumption, because when Helium is converted to a data credit, it burns the token, as they say in cryptocurrency, it removes it from circulation. So eventually you get a very stable production and consumption of the tokens over many decades. This is planned to provide this out there. So for the next 3 to 5 years, we're getting heavily paid to build the network. And then after the next 5-10 years or so, the majority of the Helium will be for the actual movement of data. So we're in the right place at the right time. Chuck, you showed that there was almost 100,000 units out there. Just for the US alone, it's going to take about 3 million units to adequately cover all the cities. And imagine what it's going to be for the rest of the world. We're probably talking about tens of millions of units. So we're not at a stage of the game where this is hypothetical. This is a massive implementation with a company that's extremely well capitalized, Helium, to make this happen. And we got involved in iHub in order to expand the education, awareness, and facilitation of people adding this to the network. So we are absolutely in the right place at the right time, everyone. The numbers that Chuck was showing you are mind-boggling. To think that you can introduce something and get involved for free and in iHub affiliate, registering for free, getting access to free deployments, share this with 35 people, and earning the kind of annual residual income that's possible with this. It's crazy. It's almost too good to be true. But the reality is that we are building this network, getting paid to build it, and then it's going to provide so much value for communities all around the world. And that's why we're able to participate in making this happen. So that's basically what I wanted to share, Chuck, and I'll pass it back to you.
Well, Michael, you're exactly right. And, it's, I couldn't have said it better myself, but, it is kind of mind blowing as to where we're at and how the whole thing has grown. So, hey guys, I would just encourage you to get back to the person that thought enough about you to move you in this direction. So get to them, get registered. It's all free. Get your affiliate link when you log into the back office. The friends and people that you care about, I would get them registered for free. Let everybody know what's going on, because this is a movement.